What's up, mortals? It's Dante from the Anime Underworld, and today...
It's my birthday!
That's right, it's not only my birthday, but it's also the anniversary of the YouTube channel, the Anime Underworld. I know, I started this channel on my birthday, go figure. So today, I kinda wanted to do a fun video because things in Four Nights of the Apocalypse are getting crazy. So a little heads up for any anime only fans and those who aren't caught up with the manga. Okay. As of this recording, chapter 247 has left the Four Nights of the Apocalypse in a very dire situation. Mostly because their strongest player, Lancelot, decided to turn to the dark side and join the enemy.
I'm crossing over to the dark side.
But I don't think some members of the fandom realize just how massively screwed the other Knights of the Apocalypse are, how screwed Britannia is going to be, and how, in the long run, this is going to be a good thing. But before we talk about all that, if you love 7 Deadly Sins and Four Nights of the Apocalypse material, hit that like button, subscribe, and hype up this video. We got a lot to talk about, we got more videos coming out in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's get into it with Lancelot's power. Lancelot is the most famed knight in Arthurian legends. Probably one of the top 5 figures that comes to mind whenever you think about Arthurian legends. For good and for, bad reasons. But this Lancelot is not like his legends counterparts. For one, he's not French.
Bonjour.
And 2, he's not fully human. We all know that the God of War is a very human hybrid, which sounds like he should be the weakest of the 4 knights, if not for the fact that his dad is the goat, Foxton Bond, and his mom is the daughter of the sacred tree. Never forget, King and Elaine are practically demigods the same way Meliodas and Elizabeth are. So Lancelot got the cream of the crop from both races as his parents. Thanks to Bond's time surviving and adapting to Purgatory, Lancelot was lucky to become a Purgatory-enhanced human, much like his dear old man, with the same speed, strength, and durability Bond gained after returning from Purgatory. Not only is he as fast, strong, and durable as Bond, but the Knight of War is skilled at hand-to-hand combat and weapons thanks to his dear old man and Jericho respectively. Granted, this was before Jericho lost her mind, but but she helped him with weapons training, so that's all that matters. That's only the physical side of Lancelot's potential, because now we have to talk about the magical side. Being half fairy, Lancelot gained some, not all, of the fairy clan's powers. He might not have his own set of wings or control plants, but he can read minds, so be careful what you think, and he can shapeshift. He uses this ability to transform into an older man to hide amongst the crowds, a fat fairy to fly, and a cute mascot for the first part of a new manga series. Those are all from his fairy clan side, but from his human side he obtained his true magic. That is Hazy Moon. This magic is a hero type that can be shaped into various weapons or just be a straight up nuke that blasts enemies into oblivion. So long as Lancelot has some sort of tool, either from his own body or a simple sword, the Knight of War can launch a blast as strong as Meliodas' demon magic. The same one that created a crater practically a mile deep.
Deep. Similar. 30,000 feet. Residual magic.
We've seen a lot of crazy abilities and movesets from Hazy Moon, but what lies at its core is its main ability. Hazy Moon's nature isn't just blasting energy nukes or forging weapons, but rather is about absorbing magic. Hazy Moon is practically a magical offshoot of Bond's own magic Snatch. Where Bond steals stamina, speed, and strength, Lancelot absorbs magical energy. He took on the full Archangel level arc attack from Nanatsu, and rather than being blown to bits, he used the angel's own magical power against him, absorbing the power into his body and using it against the Archangel himself. Now that I think about it, I wonder how Lancelot would fare against Acnologia. Hey Greek Weeb, if you're watching this video, I found your next video idea. It's thanks to Hazy Moon's absorption skill that Lancelot gained his ace in the hole, what truly fuels his magical attacks and why all of his weapons break. Lancelot's magic is so OP, all due to one lady. The Lady of the Lake. In Legends, the Lady of the Lake raised Lancelot when he was a kid, but in this version, she wanted to use Lancelot's body to leave her prison, to see the world.
I want to be where the people are.
Well, she got her wish, in a way. Lancelot used Hazy Moon to drink her entire magical lake dimension. The same lake that revived King Arthur as the King of Chaos and what the Demon King used to revive his power. Lancelot just drank it. It's all inside of him now. Limitless power within him. This is why at only age 16, Lancelot was 7 deadly sins level. It's a good thing that he's on the side of the good guys. Or at least he was.
You were the chosen one!
There's the reason why I had to remind you all about Lancelot's skills. Because he was using them for the side of good. Now he signed away his free will to become Cath's new vessel. The strongest knight of Leonis just became their worst enemy. You know all those things I listed about Lancelot? All the powers and abilities that he had? Now imagine all that times 100.
Oh man! Oh god! Oh man!
In his battle against the 7 deadly sins, Cath displayed numerous spells and moves that kept the sins on their toes. Imagine Lancelot, as OP as he is, possessing all of those skills, if not enhancing his own skills. We could see Lancelot with his body possessing numerous new limbs, or those limbs being transformed into weapons. Instead of transforming as a fat fairy, Lancelot could transform into anything. Something that only Cath's twisted mind can think of, and we've seen this cat transform into a lot of freaky ass shit. That's not even mentioning how much stronger his Hazy Moon's attack could be once they're enhanced by chaos. His regular shining road moves could seem like a firecracker to what we could possibly see from him in the future. All of his regular attacks were fueled by the Lady of the Lake. Now he's being fueled by chaos. Speaking of the Lady of the Lake, I wonder how she's going to take the news that her brother is basically moving in with her.
Long lost bro get to squeeze his stinking sister to death or what?
There are numerous theories going around online, but here are the top 2. Theory number 1 is that Cath will either expel his sister from her new home so he can take over Lancelot's body without her intruding on his plans for worldly destruction, or he'll use her. Cath will no doubt see her limitless magical reserves as a benefit, but her attitude will be the detractor. The solution? Keep her a prisoner! Use some sort of chaos magic that chains her up while simultaneously draining her magic for attacks. Now, if that was to happen,
it's over. We are screwed.
Yeah, the situation is going to be a whole lot worse than Demon King Meliodas. Heck, Lancelot's situation is not too dissimilar from Meliodas, but I'd argue the latter had better reasons for wanting to become a god. Both of these leaders wanted to help their girls, their main waifus, but Meliodas at least had a tragedy that was lasting for 3,000 years, and he was tired of the heartbreak. In addition to wanting to stop a holy war, Lancelot did it for a girl he met 5 times. 5 freaking times, and they barely lasted a day. Jeez, even Disney princes are giving him flack for such a rushed romance.
You can't marry a man you just met.
Ironically, it's because of this terribly written romance that Lancelot agreed to go along with it. Why? Well, it's because of Galahad, his son from the future, who's still there. The fact that Galahad didn't fade away or change his appearance proved that, at least in Lancelot's mind, he's making the right choice. A choice that will create the future that the Knights of the Holy Grail live, where the Knights of the Apocalypse are seen as the greatest heroes of all time, and a new peaceful Camelot exists. Sadly, the road to such a future will not be easy, especially for the other 3 knights who have relied on Lancelot like a crutch. The Knights of Death, Pestilence, and Famine have had the worst luck fighting higher tier bosses without Lancelot. If not for him, the Chaos Enhanced Knights of Evil would have killed them in Anifwin back during the tournament arc. Ever since then, the Knights have made small but relatively lackluster upgrades to be on Lancelot's level. They still have their new anti-chaos sacred treasures that Dubs needs to make for them, but in terms of upgrades, like magical forms or something, new spells, they haven't ascended to Lancelot's level. The Knight of War entrusted his comrades to stop him, and this is their time to shine. Not too dissimilar to how Demon King Meliodas forced the other sins to get just as strong without relying on their leader. And look at the results. King got his full wings, Deanne reached Giant Queen level, and Bond became the Purgatory Enhanced badass we see him as today. So who knows what the other Knights of the Apocalypse could achieve to beat the Cath-possessed Lancelot. Perhaps Nephilim Battle Mode Tristan, the One Gawain, and I don't know, Spirit King Percival, but you get the gist. The Knight of War might be the one who kickstarts the apocalypse of Britannia. Is it going to be worth it in the end? And if so, who's going to pay the price? We'll have to see in chapter 248 to see what becomes of Lancelot and what the remaining 4 Knights of the Apocalypse will have to do to bring the Usurper of Chaos down for good. If you love 7 Deadly Sins and 4 Knights of the Apocalypse material, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content coming out very soon. And comment down below what you thought about this video. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld, and I'll see you mortals later.